guys, as you can see, I have a 56 Chevy Wagon in for a bunch of work. This was built in the 90s, so it's very outdated, very 90-ish. You know, narrowed rear end with drum brakes is kind of a dead giveaway. It's got a bunch of like carpet everywhere, carpet on the roof, carpet everywhere. The owner's kind of updating everything. Also redoing a lot of stuff because a lot of it isn't safe. This car started to be restored at a couple other shops, and it actually cruised around for years, and it was awesome. Won a bunch of awards, got in a bunch of magazines, but it just was so outdated. You know, the drivability was getting bad. So he took it to another shop to have the airbags done, and then he headed to another shop to do the motor work. Well, both shops dropped the ball very badly. The airbags, I checked them all out, they're super unsafe, they're janky, the welds are bad, they didn't brace it right. This is just bent all to hell. They welded some of the bolts on the forelinks. The way they had them welded in there, I had to cut everything off. I couldn't just unbolt it, it was just impossible. The front end's got a bunch of problems too. The motor mounts, they didn't weld, so they're just sitting in there. So everything is just kind of sitting there. It looks like they probably spent about 3 hours moving stuff around to make it look like they did a bunch of work, but they really didn't do shit. So, we're here to fix all that now. Like I said, I got the rear end yanked out. It took like 4 or 5 hours to get the damn rear end out because I had to cut so much stuff. I think I can use a lot of these brackets. I'm just gonna have to brace them up a lot better and you know, kind of re-weld some of the stuff. But I didn't want to go in there and just cut everything off and then start from scratch, because if I gotta redo this whole frame, it's gonna be you know, a huge build. It's gonna be triple what it's gonna cost, and it's gonna add 6 months. I don't want to do any of that. So I'm hoping I can bend a lot of this stuff back, put new braces on it, and then redo it. It looks like I can. I won't know until I finally get it fixed, but it looks like I can kind of get away with all that. So, got the rear end out. I was trying to film it while I was yanking the rear end out, and you just couldn't see anything, so I said, screw it. We'll just start from here. Got the rear end out. I'm gonna focus on that, getting this bent back square. Right now, it's just completely bent this way and that way. So I'm gonna heat it up with a torch, get it bent back square, and then start making a bunch of brackets for it to square all this stuff up, or to strengthen all this stuff up. And hopefully, I can reuse a lot of this stuff, don't have to go back through it. But, let's get to work. This is a lot bigger project than it was supposed to be. The reason all this shit bent all to hell is because it's not supported. I mean, I can almost move it with my hand. Also, it's not welded in here very good, so I need to re-weld some stuff. It's not welded at all on the inside, so I need to re-weld that too. But, what I'm gonna do before I start welding stuff is start making brackets to brace this. I want this to be, you know, braced like it should. So I'm gonna make some brackets out of cardboard. Then I can transfer those to some 1/4-inch plate, and then, you know, plate this thing all up so everything is super stout the way it should be. And then hopefully, I got some more braces to make on the actual frame of the car. Hopefully once I straighten those and get all the braces in, I can throw it back up in there and see if it's gonna work okay. It's a ton of work, but I'd still rather do it. Also, I just realized their shock mount is off a full inch on one side. It technically doesn't hurt anything, but it's pretty hacky. So that's upsetting, but not surprising. So, fun fact on all these brackets, as you can see, they're just not even welded. They're tacked on one side and then not welded. And also they Some of them have brackets on them, some of them don't, or braces on them, some of them don't. Also, there's only brace on one side, which is dumb. You need braces on both sides. This one, not only is it not braced, but they had a bolt welded in here. I had to cut the damn bolt off because it couldn't come out the other side. And then same thing with the bag brackets, only welded on one side. There's no weld on the back. You only got one weld on the side, which means no matter how good your weld is here, if there's nothing on the other side, you could break it with a hammer, just bending it. So all that has to get welded. Just a pain in the ass, but I gotta do it.